This is different type of players how play the game. And today, don't get offended or anything. This is just for entertainment purposes only. So, right. First player. If you're a content creator, you usually are very nice and like to play the game a lot and record videos. Okay, you're a new player, you like the dunk, and you like the dunk, and you don't play many games, you just like playing your own server, and pro. You usually play a lot of competitive, and you're very good at shooting. The person that's focused on one skill. Okay, if you focus on one skill, you usually focus on dribbling, and you get really good at dribbling, and then you lose all your other skills. And then we also got the medium player. So he's like not average. He's your average, pretty much your average Joe in real life. He's trying to become a good player, but he's not quite there yet. He's not quite a pro. So he's almost there. But then we got a godly. They're not quite a pro yet, but they are very good at the game. They have at least 500 to 750 wins, and they're trying to become a pro so badly. And now we got a goat. So goats have over 2,000 wins, and they usually like collecting skins, and they are very good at the game. They're probably the top 5 best pros in the game. And then we got the fit collector. He usually collects fits. He usually buys a lot of splash coins, and he really likes everything. So he doesn't usually just gets whatever he wants and whatever first thing pops up, and just like that. He usually starts playing the game. One of the first people. Stuff like the blue skeleton or the rainbow skeleton, you usually like doing this tryouts with only those fits. You're so OG, but you're really not, because it looks cool. And if you like going in your private, and the private server bot guys, and always does some stuff with it, cool stuff with his bots, like this. Some alley-oops and all of that. And he's very chill, and he really likes the game. Or top 5. He makes like 90% of the shots, 90 to 95% of his shots, and he doesn't do anything else but shoot. Next, we got the dunker. Just like the shooter, he makes about 90 to 95% of his shots, but the dunker makes 95. So, yeah. And then the ankle breaker. The ankle breaker likes to break your ankles all the time and makes every single shot because he's always open because he breaks your ankles. And then we got the person that likes not playing by the rules. He is very toxic, and he likes doing everything by himself. He ball hogs, he does all that. Very toxic. And then we got the player that is the chill player. He usually plays by the rules all the time, and he makes no mistakes. He's usually a kind person and chill in Discord. He usually is very chill, he makes a lot of friends, and he's very good. The bot trainer. So he likes to train with the bot, with his passes, try to make shots with his passes, and he does this all the time with different stuff. The average Joe. I call them the average Joe because they're not as good as a medium, and they're not as bad as a noob. So I call them the average Joe because they're average. So they're not as high as a medium, and they're not as low as a noob. So they're right in the middle. That's about where I am, an average Joe. I'm not quite a medium, and I'm not a noob. An average Joe is about a level 50 to 40 to 50. So, yeah. And now we got the shooter hooper. The shooter hooper misses every single shot. He always sells, and he doesn't want to get yelled at. Okay, now we got the person that talks about pass the ball. The passer forcer. The passer forcer is always forces them to pass the ball. Like he snatches if they don't pass the ball. Then also they are very toxic. They're saying, if you don't pass the ball, I'm gonna quit. And then they stop.
Did you see that?
And then we got the always passer. The always passer always passes the ball because he can't shoot. So they are usually very chill because they always pass and they never make a mistake. They're literally one of the best passers in the game because they have so accurate passes. So that's why I think they should be a pro, but they only can pass. Because they're just so good at passing, and they usually win all their games. Because they're so good at passing. Then we got the Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan likes to do cool dunks, doesn't really play games, and he usually does layups, and that's dunks. That's all he does. Because Michael Jordan was known for his layup and dunks, so that's why I call him the Michael Jordan player. And then we got Mimi. It's usually a grown-ass woman playing a game and naming herself Mimi. So that's why I think they shouldn't be playing this game, but... And then you got... Don't want to say this name, but people call them... All they do is force people to call them daddy, and they're a grown-ass man. Like, get off the game, bro. Like, get off the game. And then we also got the gamer. The gamer is good at everything. He is probably a top 2 player, and you are so good that you can play so, yeah. And then you always got the dunker that misses. The dunker always misses their dunk, and they always touch rim, and they're super short. They like height glitching, short glitching, and they are very short. They always miss their dunks. And then we got the 1,000 subscriber specialist every video. So every video he does a specialist for like 51, 52. Every video he does a special. And he's usually very toxic outside of the scenes, but he's very nice in his videos. Just like some YouTubers. I met a lot of YouTubers, yeah. And now we also got the best, probably the pro mixed with the GOAT. Their number 1 player, only one of these players exists. The number 1 player in the game. 100% dunk, 100% dribbling, 100% shot accuracy, 100% juking, 100% layupping, 100% everything. But they're usually really toxic because they tell everybody that they're trash and all that. But when they're not, and they usually literally force people to score points, and then when they're at 10, he goes full Bazizzle. or however you say it, and um, literally locks in and wins the game 10-11. Or if it's 21 wins and he does it 20 and then he goes to 20 wins 20 to 21. So yeah.